All right, so our library director, there he is, hiding, I didn't even see him here. Rob McLean has asked me a number of occasions if I would like to come out and introduce various authors during our author series. I think the last one I rejected was Erin Hildebrand. I said, who's that? We had a good crowd for her. A lot of women. We had to move it to another venue, the crowd was so big. But I took him up on this offer as a long-time listener. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay tonight because I've got to submit the budget and present the budget to the town council in a few minutes. So more mundane tasks lie ahead for me than listen to Carter tonight, but I look forward to watching it on WETC. I'm a huge fan of his wife. Do you remember why?
No.
Okay, so 2009, and this one's not in the book, but 2009, Carter Allen's wife sat next to me, Tweeter Center, whatever it is nowadays. To me, it's always Great Woods. Judas Priest concert.
Yeah.
And
she really wanted to see Whitesnake. It was Whitesnake Priest. That's what she liked.
But anyway, had a nice conversation with his wife, and I discovered that one of her favorite acts is my favorite act of all time, UFO. Another one you're not going to find in the book. But we hit it off great, got to talk music. And unfortunately, we don't get to hear UFO on the ZLX playlist. So maybe, just maybe, after tonight, it might influence the segment you do at noon.
But there's a huge influx of UFO requests on there.
Most underrated band in the history of rock and roll music, I might add.
Lights Out? Would that be
Lights Out,
Not the Handle?
greatest hard rock album of all time.
Yeah.
It's up right up there with Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I go with that.
So can I indulge myself since I'm the mayor and just give you I'll give you my top 5, not my top 50 in the book, may I?
Sure.
All right, real quick. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you. A lot of thought went into this. I wrote this down on my ride over. Okay? I want to hear your feedback on this. You've got Leonard Skinner in there.
Yeah.
But you have the 76 show at the Orpheum.
Right.
I'm going to top that with 77 Cape Cod Coliseum, 1,000 degrees, just before the plane crash.
Yeah.
And one quick tidbit, any Leonard Skinner fans here?
I was there.
You were there. It was a great show. My top all-time. Very first live show I saw, too. We had to kind of hitchhike down there. We didn't have licenses. Little known fact that when the plane crash happened, Macomb, Mississippi, I don't remember the date, but the night before, the plane crash happened the night before. Tickets were to go on sale on the next leg of that tour for the Garden Show, which was strange because I went to school with a pocket full of cash, was going to go to Ticketron up in Quincy, and I get to the bus stop, everyone was very sullen, I didn't believe them, I thought they were pulling my chain. But anyway, Skinner, 77, Cape Cod Coliseum, very quickly. Scorpions, 100,000 people in attendance, outdoors, the Plains of Abraham, Quebec City, and they pulled out a friend of mine's Scorpions tribute band. During the drum solo, they put the lights down, they brought my buddy's band out to replace them to Blackout in their hometown of Quebec City in front of 100,000 of their friends and neighbors. And halfway through the song, the band one by one came out and jammed with them and finished Blackout.
That's cool.
Incredible show. And I had my own direct access to free beer and my own porta potty that night. I didn't have to wait in line with 100,000 people, so that made it even extra special.
Yes.
Journey Orpheum, 1998. Great band, just went in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 1998, they went on a little 10-city leg, small theaters like the Orpheum, to test out Steve Auger to replace Steve Perry, who they couldn't get to come back out of retirement because of his hip. So they did a 2-hour, 45-minute set at the Orpheum. They dug out everything. It was incredible. They were doing solo, Neil Schon stuff, that jazz fusion stuff he did, Schon Hammer. They dug deep, and they did 3 encores. The third encore, they played my favorite song of theirs, a kind of hidden gem, Ask the Lonely. From the movie, quick.
Vision Quest.
No.
No.
Vision Quest was Only the Young.
Only the Young, yeah.
Ask the Lonely was the only real rock and roll song on the Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta, Two of a Kind was the name of the movie.
That's deep.
But it's real deep.
That is too deep for me.
Scorpions, San Bernardino, California, 2002. Deep Purple, Scorpions, and Dio. And the Scorpions took me from Beverly Hills on the bus to the show, traffic, 2.5-hour ride, and I had the Scorpions waiting on me, fetching me beer when I wanted one, and rode up to the show with them, which made it much more enjoyable.
Plus the
The
private.
band gets you
private
beer before
party,
the
too.
show, and they go up and perform, it's great. Jim Carroll, who knows him, remembers him?
People who died.
Uncle Sam's, 1981. Uncle Sam's books Jim Carroll, right? And then BCN, in the time that they booked Jim Carroll, BCN starts playing his stuff, and he explodes. And it was the hottest ticket in town. He was already booked there. He probably could have played the Orpheum by then.
We did a live broadcast in Paradise.
I have the tape. It's funny. No, I have the tape of Jim Carroll. You guys broadcast it. You guys actually broadcast it from Uncle Sam's. You played it a week later. Sam Copper, Starfleet Studios. And my best friend, who's now a Weymouth resident, he wasn't at the time, was interviewed on the way out. I can't remember the interview guy's name. He was some intern guy you had running around with a microphone. And I still have the tape. It's pretty good. It wasn't you. And I'll wind it up. I got to throw them in. UFO. I saw them a number of times in the 70s as a kid at the Orpheum. They stunk. They were sloppy. They were under the influence of certain things. They weren't kicking it. I've seen them a bunch of times. In fact, 2 weeks ago I flew out to Cleveland to see them. Caught 3 shows in the Midwest, and they closed out at the Brighton Music Hall and did their tour with Saxon. Another one we can't get ZLX to play. Princess of the
Again,
Night. Princess of the Night tomorrow at noon. I'll tune in.
If we get a huge influx of Saxon requests.
I get it here tonight. Help me out. But anyway, 2004 UFO The Chance, Poughkeepsie, New York. They mixed up the set list. Jason Bonham on drums. Lit it up
Did you
there.
ever see UFO at the channel?
I missed them.
They
They were
played
at the
there,
channel.
yeah.
Pat Travers opened for them at the channel,
Yeah.
and I never made it. I was busy working in the 80s. I missed a little block. Honest to God, I missed a block of time from about
That employment thing is just
83
such a
to
pain.
88.
in the
I
ass.
didn't go to shows for about 5 years. I missed out the channel, but caught some stuff at the end of the life of the channel. Welcome to Weymouth.
All right.
Sorry I took so long. I missed that ball. Good job. All right, thank you.
Good luck with the budget.
Yeah, I know, thank you. Enjoy tonight, everyone. Thank you.
That was your fun for the night.